All right, Broncos country, what's going on? Yeah, we got some interesting news to talk about. Of course, we got to start with Marcedes Lewis, who is now signed to the Broncos practice squad. 41 years of age. That's insane. Shout out to Tim Contic on Twitter. I saw that he mentioned that when Marcedes Lewis was drafted into the NFL, Jake Plummer was the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Man, that is absolutely insane. And I got a theory about this signing that I think could play a role in some of the trade possibilities. I'll get to that here later on. But hey, you need somebody that can come in here and block with Lucas Kroll and Nate Atkins being hurt for a little while. Yeah. Like I got no issue with this, especially because he's not going to be on the 53. I don't foresee. So I think it's similar to Pat Surtain's issue. You might see a little while with Nate Atkins being out, but Marcedes Lewis can be activated off the practice squad for these next 3 games. He can come in and block, be a vet. Yeah, again, he's somebody that is filling a minor role for this team right now. I have no issue with it. I think it's rather pretty interesting. Chris Thomason said this, a text from someone very close to tight end Marcedes Lewis 41, who worked out with the Broncos. Quote, they won't find a better person and a better presence in the locker room. He still has game and can block as good as anyone. So yeah, I think that this is more fun than anything. David saying right here, hoping Lewis can catch a touchdown so he can become the oldest player to catch a touchdown and put Denver even more in the history books, man. I like it. KMC saying, I'm not sure how I feel about this. Hey, we'll find out, man. Hopefully Marcedes will come out and pancake some people. Respect my saying he's a better blocker than Atkins and Troutman right now. Hey, I'm with it. So yeah, our tight ends are either injured or straight trash, except for Ingram. And yeah, so right now we're down to 2 with Troutman and Ingram, and yeah, like Marcedes Lewis, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. We'll see how it goes. And again, it's like a no risk thing. He's not even being signed to the active roster, y'all. Like he's just going to be elevated from the practice squad for these next few weeks. So, but there are some other pieces of news that I wanted to catch you guys up on before I get to more of your comments. Broncos, according to Ian Rappaport, are not planning to place Pat Surtain on injury reserve. So it's possible that, yes, he only misses these next 3 games. That would be against the Texans coming up, then the Raiders on Thursday night, and then the Chiefs. Then we get the bye week, and we could see Surtain return versus the Commanders right there. So, yeah, again, I'm thinking if we do have a 5th cornerback play in these games, it will probably be somebody elevated, such as Jaden Robinson or Reese Taylor. But, hey, let's see what Barron, McMillan, all these other guys can do, right? I want to see what Jahdae Barron can do. Now, this is where things get pretty interesting, I think. So let me find the right tab here. Jeremy Fowler put out this big article on ESPN. He did mention that the Steelers, Broncos, and Bills are all in for Raiders wide receiver Jakobi Meyers, who has demanded a trade. He wants to get out of Raiderland, and I don't blame him. Jakobi Meyers, very good wide receiver, doesn't necessarily have like that kind of juice that, I mean, we've been talking about. We'll talk about Rashid Shaheed here in a minute, Chris Olave, but Jakobi Meyers is he's kind of like Cortland Sutton in a way, in which I feel like he's just perpetually underrated. Like he didn't catch touchdowns for his first couple of years in the league, but hey, was 1,000-yard receiver last year with like Aiden O'Connell throwing him the football, man. So like Jakobi Meyers can play. I don't really see this happening because it's an interdivision trade. And I mean, why would the Raiders want to trade with us, man? Like why? But hey, leave it up to the Raiders to do something dumb and trade us Jakobi Meyers. That's why I had him in the thumbnail. I thought that was like pretty interesting. You don't hear about interdivision trade rumors very often, but I think that, so some other guys here, this is courtesy of Mile High Report, their Twitter, but this excerpt from Fowler said, Denver also has my attention. The Broncos have evaluated multiple spots, including offensive guard with Ben Powers out and skill positions, either tight end or wide receiver. While I'm not convinced the Broncos will make a bold move, ideally Denver would like more of a classic field stretching receiving option to offset the skill sets already in place while adding a veteran in experience. And they point out, hey, Rashid Shaheed. Yes, I would love it if we could sign Rashid Shaheed or trade for him rather. 6 feet. This guy, this guy could be faster, man. I think he is faster than Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin, and that's not a dig on those guys. It's just showing you how fast Rashid Shaheed is, man. Big time field stretcher. I think maybe it was Zach Seegers tweeted out how like Mims and Franklin already, or maybe it was somebody else from Let's Talk Broncos. Mims and Franklin already are two of the top receivers in missed air yards. So it's not like we're not taking deep shots, right? But hey, like those deep shots from Bo Nix, they got to hit eventually, man. They got to hit eventually. Maybe Rashid Shaheed can help with that. I will never say no to adding more offensive weapons, man. I'm just, I'm one of those guys. I love that. Now, there were a couple other things in this article that I wanted to go through. Let me find the right thing here. Okay. So if you're looking at like everything that Fowler's saying about the Broncos, I'm just going to go through and highlight when he's brought him up. Okay, he brought up that we might trade Jaquan McMillan. That would be ridiculous, especially with Surtain's injury. That ain't going to happen. Who could be targeted? Ravens guard Ben Cleveland to fill in for Ben Powers, who is out. That's interesting. Keep an eye on that one. I thought Palczewski did a good job against the Dallas Cowboys, as he should have, but we're going to find out a lot more about him this week, going up against a much better Houston Texans defense. So, yeah, you see here, he linked the Broncos to Jakobi Meyers now that they have signed Tyler Lockett. And I think that might be it. Yeah, add Shaheed. Graziano said the Broncos are still in on Shaheed. So, yeah, that's about it. So, lastly, this is my theory, y'all. I wonder if we're signing Marcedes Lewis to the practice squad as kind of a bluff in a sense for going after one of these tight ends like TJ Hawkinson or Mark Andrews, man. I really do wonder that. Now, the Ravens did win this past week. We'll see if they win. I think they play tomorrow night. But I wonder if this is kind of like trying to call these other teams bluffs on some of these other more serious tight ends that obviously would be immediate impacts on the 53 when you acquire them. And yeah, that's kind of my theory, is to kind of put, maybe they're doing this to put a little bit more pressure on the Ravens or on the Vikings, something like that. So yeah, we'll have to see, man. So I'll get to a few of your comments and then I'll shut this thing down. But ultimately, you know, Marcedes Lewis, 41 years old, being signed to the Broncos practice squad. I love it. I love it. Oh yeah, you guys are bringing up Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill, that would be fantastic as well. Marquee Sports brought that up on our show on Monday. I think that's a tremendous idea. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Taysom Hill as like your third or fourth tight end. And I think that would be a lot of fun, man. Unc Lewis, what's going on? What's going on, Cody? Yeah, he's definitely Unc, man. Is Ingram getting fed this week? Man, I sure hope so. If he's getting fed, that means we're probably going to win, right? Denver D saying, I like the vibe. We're looking to be buyers. I'm looking in the wide receiver market. We bought ourselves a Marcedes. That's right. Now, granted, you know, he's got some miles on him, right? You know, he's well past, oh man, what's the certified pre-owned, you know? But I would say Marcedes Lewis is still certified, though. Still certified blocker, man. Oh, David saying, I see some fans wanting to get a cornerback in the trade, but why? It's just for 4 weeks. Yeah, I don't really see this being reasonable. Mike thinks Surtain is definitely playing against the Chiefs. I would sure hope so. I would sure hope so. We're going to need him, man. And I'll agree with this, Flacco. Yeah, Shaheed or Taysom Hill, better than Meyers. I think I would take both of those guys over for Meyers, too, in a vacuum. Let's see. David, you put him on IR if you won't be able to play after The Washington game. I don't know who you're referring to. Sorry. Maybe that's Marcedes Lewis. Wait. Oh, David, you put him on IR if you want to be able to play till after the Washington game. Yeah, with Surtain. So, yeah, hopefully it's just like a 3-week injury or something like that for Surtain, man. But yeah, imagine having Marvin Mims and Rashid Shaheed on kick return, man. Just speed kills in this NFL, man. So I'm never gonna turn down getting somebody like that. You might say, Dave, we already got so many wide receivers. I don't care. I I do not care. We still got plenty of room for Pat Bryant and all these other guys to grow. But imagine, man, Rashid Shaheed comes here, and you still got Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, Marvin Mims. That's a man. That's a really nice core with Cortland Sutton, man. And he's much more than a deep threat. You're right. That's why he's immediately our second wide receiver coming in here, man. Yeah, and Shaheed, he'll cost more, I think, than a Jakobi Meyers. And again, that's because he's got juice, man. He's got serious playmaking ability, man. Jakobi Meyers, he's solid. He's solid, but he doesn't do anything like extremely, elite, right? And Shaheed, he's a big playmaker. You talk about explosive plays. That's Rashid Shaheed, baby. Ha! Was better oil those joints up. Well, man, he's in the right state now to do it, man. He's going to have plenty of different options for getting his body in shape and feeling good going into this Sunday game against Houston Texans, man. I wonder what number he's going to wear. Guess we'll find that out soon. I don't think they had that in the graphic. He wore 84 with the Bears. But man, I love this. I love these sorts of things, man. He's like the Joe Flacco right now of tight ends, just not going away. All right, guys, I'm going to shut this thing down. Really do appreciate you guys very much. I will be back on here today if we got any more breaking news. But hey, we got a week until the trade deadline. I want to see our Broncos make a move. We're first in the AFC West right now. Let's not take that for granted because the Chiefs are coming, man. They are coming, and we can't stay pat. Go Broncos.